Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Consumer prices in Taiwan are growing at the fastest rate in 2023 so far. Government figures show the August consumer price index grew by 2.5%, and that's the highest level since February. Officials say the rise is linked to greater demand for leisure activities, typhoon damage to local agriculture, and high international fuel prices. Analysts say those prices are likely to remain high, keeping inflation up through the rest of the year.
那既然我们今年这个最后几个月的这个油价一定会居高不下的情况之下，所以我们说大概整体台湾的这个消费者物价指数大概未来几个月会维持在2% 以上的水准。
Meanwhile, the rising cost of living has slowed the post-pandemic recovery of Taiwan's tourism sector. People in neighboring countries like Japan and South Korea, markets the industry depends on, are staying away. Chen reports.
Night markets like this one are a big draw for visitors, offering a carnival atmosphere and some of the country's best food all in one place. But they're seeing fewer tourists from abroad these days, even though COVID-19 restrictions are long gone. That's because people from some of Taiwan's neighboring countries are not returning here in the same numbers as before. In 2019, just before the pandemic, Japanese tourists accounted for almost 20% of visitors, second in number only to those from China. But these days, the monthly number of Japanese tourists isn't even a third of what it was. The number of South Korean visitors, another key market, is also down. Part of the reason for this is that Taiwan is getting much more expensive. The consumer price index went up more than 2% in August, and hotels are one place where consumers will feel the results. A night at a hotel licensed to cater to tourists costs 14% more than it did last year, and less pricey options like bed and breakfasts are more expensive too. Those with knowledge of Japan say people there who are thinking about traveling are not impressed with the quality of what their yen can buy.
大部分最多的抱怨可能是住宿吧，找一般的民宿，那个品质就参差不齐。
像我们在日本的朋友也都很 surprise， 说天哪，我们怎么活得下去
And some people who did make the trip over also agree.
なんか窓が薄くて夜車の音がうるさかった。
Other observers say that the country is offering too much of the same. Night markets, for instance, sell the same things no matter where you go. But not all tourists are turned off. In fact, some smaller markets are doing well. Tourism expert Michael McCreesh says business has been good for his company, which caters to Southeast Asian and Western travelers. He says with the right package, like an adventure tour or trek to a unique place, the added costs can be worthwhile for visitors.
We have to, as a tourism industry, build a better product and provide greater value so that visitors, when they come here and they spend this amount of money on these kind of once-in-a-lifetime trips, they feel like they're getting the value for it.
There are hopes of attracting 6 million visitors this year. But with some usually reliable markets being sluggish, it could be up to tourists from countries less familiar with Taiwan to make up the difference. James Lin and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Doctors say 1 in 4 adults in Taiwan, or around 5 million people, may have high cholesterol and not know it. They also say the proportion of younger and middle-aged people with high cholesterol levels is rising. The condition increases the risk of heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. The World Heart Federation says high cholesterol is behind 4.4 million deaths a year globally, accounting for 7.8% of all deaths. In Taiwan, doctors say people should take a blood test and be aware of the risks.
当它逐渐累积超过到70%、80%，甚至那个斑块破裂造成堵塞、造成血管的一个完全的这个堵塞之后，产生所谓的心肌梗塞，那这个就是非常严重的并发症。
The Taiwanese Fiddler crab is unique to Taiwan, but it's become vulnerable due to habitat loss and invasive species. A county in central Taiwan now plans to intervene. John Van Trieste has more details.
The Taiwanese fiddler crab is a species found only in Taiwan. Researchers think there are around 870,000, mostly around this one river, the Zhuoshui, in central Taiwan. There could be more, but their numbers are constrained by 2 types of vegetation. Surveys show smooth cordgrass and gray mangrove are increasingly taking over this swampy land. Though the plants can coexist with the crabs to a certain point, too many of them means there's no space for the crabs to lay and hatch their eggs. The local Yunlin County government has a plan to restore balance between the two.
这次我们会进行所谓的海茄苳的移除啦，就是为着保育和藻蟹的部分。
The plan is to have workers clear around 20 hectares by the end of October. It may be tough work, but conservationists say it will be worthwhile.
台湾旱招潮蟹，然后它是全世界的特有种，只有在台湾才有。那它经过生态调查，发现有85% 以上的数量都在浊水溪出海口这个地方。所以我们其实做书法有一部分是为了，帮它建立更好的生态环境。
The hope is that a bit of human intervention will help bring the balance this special native species needs to thrive. Scott Huang and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
In the hands of a talented performer, seer wheel shows can be both physically impressive and emotionally meaningful. When circus artist faced his fears to master the wheel and perform with Taiwan's prestigious Cloud Gate Dance Theater, Cindy Chi brings us this report on how he came to feel such passion in his performances.
Swing with grace and precision. This is 30-year-old circus artist Yang Shihao, performing with a seer wheel. He's been training in the art for over 6 years. Starting circus performances in 2014, Yang first began doing tricks with hats before moving on to the seer wheel. Mastering it involved overcoming many challenges, both physical and mental.
大环就是你要开始面对你的恐惧，然后手会被压到，头会不会晕，然后那个恐惧。它其实，你每一次面对的时候，你都会觉得，就好像你要跳，你要高空弹跳一样，你每一次好像都要，告诉自己下去了，就下去了啊！但后面都会觉得，其实那些苦好像都没有我一开始所想象中的这么可怕。
But despite putting in the hours, Yang says he didn't used to enjoy using the wheel, and was often afraid of making mistakes in front of crowds. But this all changed after a trip to southern France in 2017.
我想，哇，我刚做了什么吗？
A woman in the audience recorded a video of Yang's performance and put it online. It quickly went viral.
把我的影片上传到网络上的那个老奶奶，她有跟我分享一句话，她说 "You truly touch my heart when you're spinning with your partner. It's just like you play happily with another child in the playground. It's such a beautiful moment." 我那时候就在想，他怎么看到另外一个小孩？另外一个小孩是什么？
At the time, Yang didn't entirely understand what that meant. But a year later, during another performance, a little girl told him that the wheel reminded her of a young girl because it looks like a butterfly. It was only then he realized how well it allowed him to represent all sorts of things, and how it allowed him to express himself.
我感觉到我在耍大环的时候，我不用担心别人怎么看我，我可以就像是一个小孩子一样，跟我小时候5岁的自己，尽情的在表演里面享受。
Finally understanding what his wheel means to him, Yang will continue to dance with passion, and hopes his performances will be as meaningful to others as they are to him. Andy Xue and Zani Chi for TaiwanPlus.
An 18-year-old Taiwanese weightlifter has dominated at the IWF World Weightlifting Championships in Saudi Arabia. Chen Guanling's coach calls her Taiwan's next weightlifting powerhouse. She lived up to the name on Thursday by taking all 3 gold medals in the women's 55-kilogram weight category. She lifted 112 kilograms for the clean and jerk and 91 kilos for the snatch lift for a combined total of 203 kilograms. Chen holds 3 national records and participated in the Asian Championships earlier this year, where she again swept the golds for her weight class. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of icebergs and wildlife in Antarctica. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
For more stories about animals in Taiwan, follow TaiwanPlus on Facebook and Twitter or download the TaiwanPlus app.